Happy New Year, everybody. It's New Year's Eve, or it's New Year's Day, excuse me. Going to try to get some reviews in. I've got a head cold, so the weather here has been anywhere from 55 degrees to 15 degrees, so it's kind of hard to stay healthy outside, inside, outside, inside. So, of course, like most of you, I was up late last night. I got to see the ball drop, hang out, spend some time with my wife, got up, have breakfast, and I'm going to try to get some disposable reviews in today. I've got some juices to review today, and just get as much stuff done as I can for the upcoming week. It's a good Wednesday break from work. The next thing I'm going to look at is the Krave 500, and I've actually had this out of the package for a few days. I just throw it in the rotation, and I'm going somewhere, I just grab it and run off. And the one thing I will tell you about is I did the e-swisher review a couple weeks ago. This is the e-swisher. It's a good solid, it's a good sized disposable. I've got small hands, so that's probably not the best yardstick to use, but it's a analog equivalent size. I like to say that. The Krave is a boomstick. This thing is enormous. I'll try to get this so where you can actually, when they talk about 500 puffs, you should be able to have 500 puffs because it's got to be a 600 mAh battery. It's very thick. It's bigger around than the small disposables that we're seeing today. This is considerably bigger than an original KR808D battery. This would be the extra long. Like I said, they should be able to wedge a lot of battery power in this. It does have that mushy tip. As for packaging, it's a pretty simple blister pack. Retail price was $6.99. I bought it locally. Like I said, this was not something that was sent to me for review. This is something that I did purchase. I did notice something strange on the back. It says Krave is a product of Vapor Corp. Vapor Corp is a publicly traded company, which is kind of news to me. I didn't really know of too many e-cig companies that were public. I'm going to have to do a little bit of research and see just exactly what all Vapor Corp owns and makes, but that's for, it's for another time. Websites, Krave, it's KRAVEIT.com. This model, actually, I can't find on the website. Must be an older shelf, discontinued model. They've got one called a 300. I'm guessing that would be comparable, just maybe a smaller battery. I'm going to vape it for you. I will tell you that the draw is tight. It's not your normal airy, puffy draw. It's a hard wrapped draw. This one is 18 milligrams, which is kind of more my happy area. I've probably got, if I added it up total, I'd probably have over 3 hours of vape time. You will see I'm getting quite a bit of vapor. There isn't a whole lot on the package other than your standard NIC warnings. I wanted to see if I could ever find a PG-VG ratio on these, but there's nothing. There was no insert. There's, it's just basically, if I had to guess, I'm going to say there's a good amount of VG in here because I'm getting some vapor. Taste is better than most. I buy the menthols because at one time I smoked menthols, and I think I understand what a menthol tastes like. This is a better menthol substitute than the other stuff that I've run into, which is that wonky, twangy. They shouldn't even call it menthol. They should call it Asian mint, because it's nowhere near menthol. It doesn't taste anything like menthol. It's kind of like a you know, depending on who's making it, it's a peppermint, you know, twang. But in all fairness, of course, this isn't right out of the box. I have been using this for a few hours. It is still performing pretty well. The only drawback with it is it's gigantic. It's, I guess for a couple years ago it's not gigantic, but for today, when you're running something, you know, when you can get something like this that has decent performance, I guess the real test for this would be long-term use. This would have to be effective. This would have to last you 6 to 8 hours of vape time, just for the size. Because if not, it's just kind of a, you know, it's kind of a waste. You know, if you don't want to carry something around that's, you know, you could carry a couple 808s, and you know, I guess that's not the purpose of disposable. So I'm kind of going to ramble a little bit here. Like I said, New Year's Day, so head cold, kind of foggy, but vapor production is good. Taste is better than most. I'm not going to say any of these taste good at this point. None of them have any type of boutique, any high quality e-juice. It's all just bottom of the barrel, nasty. You know, it's what you want to deal with for a disposable. That's all it boils down to. It's an emergency, you know, product only for me. But this is the Krave 500. Thank you for watching the review. There'll be more stuff coming today. Have a good day, everybody.